Welcome back. We've got Shannon Becker in the studio with his big 3 news stories of the week. Happy Friday, Shannon.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Let's take a look at the big 3 live and local stories of the week. This week, a story we've covered since the day it occurred. We've told you first about a fatal hit and run crash just the western edge of Galena in August of last year. So now more stories are coming out of the evidence that the Kansas Highway Patrol has built a case against a Joplin boy and his father, a doctor in Joplin. The probable cause affidavit was actually released this last week, and you can see it on our website, KOAM News Now. Read for yourself the digital timeline and the digital evidence that shows GPS locations of the son and the father, and that they returned to the Kansas crash scene where Gary LaTurner, 60, was killed in a hit and run.
Heartbreaking.
More details on our website. Our number 2 story, Joplin News First. Newton County coroner picking up the body of this lady who was killed in a motorcycle crash. This last about 3 weeks ago. Now the man who is operating that motorcycle is charged with felony DWI causing a death. Of course, it was someone that was on his motorcycle, which is very tragic. Evidence has finally come out. They've been able to release it, and they've now charged the man. He was driving about 77 miles an hour at the time of the crash, which on South Main Street,
extremely dangerous.
Very, very fast. And also he was registered as a drunk driver. More details on our website. Our number 1 story, 2 school buses collide and there's a car in between them. This is one of the most graphic crashes I've ever seen, and no one was hurt. Now that car there was being towed by a bus, if that makes sense. So these 2 buses were brand new. They were transporting them to a new district, right?
So there are no kids on the bus.
No kids, no name on the bus even. And they're towing a car, so when they deliver the buses, they hop in their car and they drive back to Oklahoma, right? So anyway, there was a crash. I know, there was a crash in the other lanes, and the first bus stopped really abruptly. And then the second bus slammed into it.
And these were 2 buses going to the same school district?
Yes, that were brand new buses, like we said. So they didn't have a way to get home, obviously, and everything was all crashed. But of course, like I said, no one was injured, but that was quite an ordeal this last week. And our bonus story of the week, you've got to get to Columbus this weekend. It's Columbus Days, and the hot air balloons, well, they'll do 3 regattas, and tonight, the really cool thing is, this is the balloon glow. They do it about dusk, dark tonight. And probably usually about 10 balloons, and then they yell at certain times, they hit off a horn, and then they all go back and forth.
Oh, how fun.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. And the KOAM Roadshow will be doing the news there today. So you have to get to Columbus Days. It's going to be, they'll do that tonight, and then Saturday and Sunday morning they fly off, and then Saturday afternoon they fly off. So that's our bonus story of the week.
Lots of opportunities there to go see some beautiful hot air balloons. Well, Shannon, thanks so much for being with us this morning. Always happy to have you. Stick around. We're back with more right after this.